Hello and welcome to a movement of people who care so much about how they feel that they make time for themselves every day. I'm the leader of this movement and the host of this podcast, and my name is Megan Nolan. I am a wellness coach for purpose-driven entrepreneurs and women on a mission, and I am all about helping you to be healthy, happy, and sustainably successful. So let's jump into today's episode that will help you to do that. Hello, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons that your morning routine is good for you and good for your business because of the ROE that it has, the return on energy. But before we jump into these 3 reasons and the story of the crazy week that I had last week, where I almost had to send for Noah and his ark, I wanted to invite you to Rise and Vibe. Rise and Vibe is a brand new series that's starting on April 30th and happening weekly on Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. Pacific, 30 minutes of intention and strength and grounding and movement and play and joy to help you to start your day joyfully energized with strength and clarity and intention, and really encourage you to have the tools and the support and accountability that you need to get into a morning routine that you love and you look forward to. So the link to check that out is in the show notes, and would love to have you join us. It's a 5-week series. And if you're not able to make the sessions live each week, there will be the replay of each session available for a week after. Okay, so I would love to have you come and play with us. Check that out if you're interested in really having tools and accountability and love and inspiration around your morning routine. So why are morning routines good for you and your business? Because of the return on investment that they have, the return on energy that they have. Well, before we jump into that, I'll tell you about last week when there was a major flood in my house. So I live in Maui. Not sure if you knew that, but you do now. And I live on the bottom floor of a 2-story house. And last week, a week today, I woke up in the morning and there was water pouring out from underneath the baseboards in my bathroom. I'm thinking, that's not good. That's not good at all. And so I start putting the towels down and I'm like, shoot, I got to leave for my session. I go into my bedroom and something had fallen out of the shelf and it was on the floor, and I picked it up and it was like, if you can't see me, I just all sorts of water poured out of it. I'll explain that to you. That's what that sound meant. And I'm all, oh no. And I start pulling stuff out of my my bedroom closet, which is on the opposite wall. And it was soaked too. The water was pouring out the baseboard in there. And then I go back into the bathroom, which is separated very, very small hallway, and it's pouring out. And I'm like, oh no, this isn't good. This isn't good. So I start putting all the towels. I call my landlord. I had to leave for a session. I came back a couple hours later, and there was pretty much a lake in every room of my house. And so what had happened is above the second floor in the attic, a pipe that's attached to the solar water heater exploded. And it's probably a long-term leak because it really just got to the point where it literally had poured in through their house on the second floor, which is the exact same layout. So into the bedroom that's above mine, into the bathroom, and it had just started to saturate all the way down the walls, and it finally got all the way down to mine. And so last week was a bit of a situation. Luckily, I was able to stay at Justin, my partner's house, and my landlord came in with, the big guns, if you will, of the restoration team here. I'm not sure what they're called. Their business was like restoration, whatever, doesn't matter. They came in with the dehumidifiers and the heaters, and they roasted my house like a proper Hawaiian macnut and dried it out. Thank the heavens, because I came home yesterday and all the blue tape, which was indicating that there was water in the walls, was gone, and everything was gone. And so my upstairs neighbors are still getting roasted because they had a lot more water than I did. Anyways, that's what happened last week. But what held me together is my morning routine. And, that morning I had already done my routine, and then I went into the bathroom to, shower, get ready, etc. And I thought, oh my goodness. And so I was able to stay pretty calm with the whole thing. But then the next morning, when I woke up in my house, I literally everything was in the living room. By that point we had figured out and turned the water off, but everything was just upside down. And of course, instinctively, you just want to get going. I'm very much an action taker, right? And so I'm like, I want to fix this. I want to start cleaning and putting, doing things. And I could feel that level of anxiety and agitation in my body because your inner state is affected by your outer surroundings, right? And so that's why, I don't know about you, but clutter and really chaotic situation can really affect me. And so I thought, I'm gonna do some meditation. I tried that because my anxiety when I woke up was a little bit a lot, and it wasn't something I was ready for because my brain was just kind of binga bunga bunga all over the place. And so I went into movement and yoga and breath work and was able to get grounded and really center myself. And so able to then go into the day and from a place of clear-headedness. And so really that's one of the first reasons that morning routines are good for you and your business is stress is at an all-time high. It doesn't necessarily have to mean a broken water pipe happen in your life, but whatever metaphorically that is, that happens, right? Maybe your landing page blew out right when you're in the middle of a launch, or whatever, things happen. Stress is associated with every major chronic disease. You've probably heard that. And it's, inbox 500,000 is just the demands on you constantly are ongoing. And in order for you to be able to handle challenges, whether that's an exploded pipe or a team member that's not showing up or, drop the ball on a major project or something like that, we want to be able to stay in a state where you can handle challenges because you're not wound up at a 10. Right? When we're wound up at a 10 and under stress, we're in a red zone when it comes to our nervous system. Think about it. In the red zone, it's like frantic, frazzled, that worn out woman energy. And so we want to make sure that you're starting the day grounded. You're starting the day centered. You're starting the day by really essentially calibrating yourself to the vibe of your vision, the way that you want to feel, the way that you want to show up into each day. You get to decide that. You get to decide that by where you put your focus, what you set as your intention. Are you going to set that day and live that day by design, or will it be by default? Right? And that's what a morning routine gives you the capacity and the ability to do and to choose, is how you show up that day. Right? And that's really powerful. That's so powerful because as the leader, as the purposeful powerhouse CEO, you get to decide, are you going to show up grounded and centered and in that purposeful powerhouse energy? Or is it going to be the frantic, frazzled vibes of the worn out woman? Your call. Right? So that has a massive ROI because your energy is everything in your business. And the way that you're able to hold steady, handle challenges is really directly affected by the state of your nervous system, ultimately, the state of your mind, the state of your emotionality. But what about your body? Right? What about your body? If your body is sore and achy and cranky, then that can be a cause to feel more irritable, get short, be feeling impatient, maybe you have a headache, maybe you just can't focus, you got that blinking cursor syndrome. And so when you decide to take space for yourself, to make space for yourself in the morning, it's so impactful for all the reasons I just said. But then let's talk about how it's so important for your body. Because your business is a reflection of you, your team, your clients. You are the common denominator. You are the driving force. Therefore, the vehicle that you inhabit, which is your physical body, I don't know if you can hear me tapping on my chest, but your physical body is the mechanism for you to be able to live into that alignment, to create these beautiful things, to create the content. You need your brain, you need your fingers, right? Or maybe to do the B-roll or whatever, right? We sometimes forget we live life out as an out-of-body experience, but your body is like your car, your vehicle, whatever you have that you get transported to and fro from. You take it to the mechanic, right? You get somebody to change the oil and rotate the tires, and I don't know what else they do. That's pretty much the extent of what I know. No, I'm kidding. You put gas in it. I'm not a car person. I don't know if you can tell. So that you take care of it, right? Hopefully. Otherwise, you're probably going to have some problems, which you are maybe aware of if you aren't taking care of it. But your body is the same. Your body needs things, right? It tells you that. You get the rumbles in your tummy when you're hungry. You get a headache if you haven't had drank enough water. Your body kind of aches if you sit in the ouchy slouchy posture for too long. Like all of those things are indications. They're whispers from your body. Your emotions are your signal from your nervous system of where you're at in your own inner state, your frequency, right? So when you move your body first thing in the morning, it can potentially increase your productivity, your energy, your clarity, your focus, and your joy by upwards of 72%. That's what the research shows us, is that exercise first thing in the morning revs up your metabolism, oxygenates your entire body, which of course includes your brain, right? And it sets the tone for that state of clear, grounded, calm energy, right? Because after you do a workout or yoga, you're like, yeah, huh, yay, me, give me a gold star. I crushed it. I feel good. And then you kind of go strutting into the day like the prancy peacock that you are when you're feeling good. And so that 72%, not only are you deciding how you're going to show up emotionally, but physically it affects you because you've awakened your sleeping, muscles from sleeping. You're waking up your core muscles, your sleeping booty, which is included in that, right? You've probably heard me talk about sleeping booty and the 7 sneaky symptoms of sitting too much, or, technically called gluteal amnesia and weak posture, but whatever you want to call it. Because you're activating that power posture, right? When we have that confidence in your body language, it changes how people perceive you. It changes how you communicate. It changes the state that your nervous system is in, which then impacts how people perceive and receive you. So that's all very directly impactful on your ROI and the success of your sales calls, maybe the success of your content, maybe the conversation that you had, maybe you go to a networking meeting, like all of those things. Are you willing to put yourself out there in that grounded posture, or are you just going to wake up and get going on the day and your body's like still kind of slouched over from sleeping? Maybe everything's sort of achy and tired and it's kind of bugging you. And maybe there's something nagging in your neck all the time and it's distracting you constantly. So that's the decision, right? And that's where the 72% boost in productivity, that's massive. Okay, so that's the second reason. The first one is you get to decide how you're going to show up. You're the common denominator. Number two, how can you begin to exercise and move your body in a way to give yourself that vroom, 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 like the car, right? You're basically a Tesla. We just need to make sure that you get all of the tools and the fuels that will help you to get where you want to go. And then finally, the third reason that having a morning routine is really beneficial for you and your business is, we've spoke to it a little bit already, is, stress is associated with every major chronic disease. You're the common denominator in your business. Your health is vital in order to have a successful, lasting, sustainable business, right? And we talk about it from the perspective of holistic success. Of course, you want to be financially abundant and impactful and living your purpose and doing great things in the world. But in order for you to be able to do that, it does take health of mind and body and spirit. Full stop. Absolutely essential for you to have a sustainably successful business. But if we are running ourselves ragged, we're working nonstop around the clock, we're burning the candle on all the ends, and we're just kind of flipping ourselves constantly, running on caffeine, cortisol, and maybe a cheese string here and there, that's not the recipe for long-term happiness or health, right? And I think you probably agree that in order to be truly successful, you do need to be healthy and happy as well. And so in order for you to be continually successful, your health is an essential component of that. And I'm willing to bet that in the vision, the goals that you have for yourself, you are thriving, you're looking good, you're feeling good, you're kicking ass and taking names, but not just kind of crunched over and slouched over and like, feeling defeated, feeling exhausted, all of that, right? And so when you are taking that time to take care of your body so that you move with grace and feel that lightness in your body, recover faster from getting sick, or maybe stub your toe, get hurt or whatever, you recover faster. And so the reality is that our body is incredibly resilient, but it's also fragile. And when we push ourselves constantly and we're not having these moments to stop and recharge daily, then we can easily get to a place of burnout, right? 50% of business owners either have or will experience burnout in their career. Burnout, injury, illness, worse, right? Sitting, which we'll talk more about in May because it's posture month. Sitting is associated with metabolic disease, so weight gain around the midsection, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, fatty acid accumulation, weight gain, swelling at the joints, all sorts of things, diabetes, cancer, right? And so the more we sit, the higher the risk is for that. And so I'm not saying these things to scare you by any means, but it's just a reality check of our modern life and of a sedentary lifestyle that we have. So many of us are kind of conditioned to think that this is how we have to live to be productive in our business. But the reality is that when you have movement in the morning, you're taking care of yourself, you're getting up, you're taking power pauses throughout the day. You have maybe a sitting, standing situation where you can alternate and move around a little bit more. Maybe you're integrating movement into your your meetings, right? And so all of these beautiful things that are really beneficial because your body is essential for the long-term success of your business. There's really no other way to say it. Your body is essential, but we sometimes forget. We think, oh, it's my mind. My mind is the creative source. Yes, 1,000% necessary, but so is your body. And taking care of your body, making it a priority, making it one of the first things that you take care of in the day, actually is a high priority business activity because of its vital, essential quality to the success of your business. Agree or disagree? Hopefully you agree. So that's what I wanted to share with you today because it is really impactful, and having something that really gets you into the feeling of the future, getting into that energy of the day, aligning your mind with the vision and the goals that you have, moving your body to wake it up, keep it energized, keep it happy, keep it healthy, keep it strong, get rid of tension, all of those things, lower your stress levels, balance your hormones, all the beautiful things, integrating some of your power statements so that you're using the physicality of your workout or your yoga to really embody that elevated emotional state and have that clear intention in your mind. Those are really the core elements of a morning routine. And so, you can mix and match however you like based on your energy, where you're at in your cycle, all of those things. And so really that's the core element of an amplified morning routine. And that's what I'll be diving deep into in Rise and Vibe. And we'll be doing that each week. And so that you can begin to take what you're learning and integrate it, implement it into your days when we're not together, other days than Tuesday, right? And so that you'll have this empowered knowledge base to begin to really create this really beautiful, solid habit for yourself. So if you would like to join us, I would love to have you come and play with us. And so the link will be somewhere around this video, or send me a DM if you have questions about it. It will be all levels and modifications. You don't need any extra equipment beyond a yoga mat, but if we will need either like a strap or a scarf, a blanket, a towel. If you have weights, you can use those. But again, these are all optional, and we'll figure out, how you can play with us if you don't have those things, which is totally fine. Would love to have you join us because, as you've learned here, it has an incredible impact on how you feel, how you show up, how you're able to handle challenges gracefully so that you can show up as the purposeful powerhouse CEO that you truly are, right? And really will give you a full experience and so much knowledge to be able to use your mind like the powerful tool so that you can think on purpose, move your body to keep it strong and energized by moving it on purpose, and really all of that coming together so that you can show up on purpose as the purposeful powerhouse that you are, and that your vision and your goals and your dreams and your business and your sustainable success are calling you to be and really need you to be. So that's all I have for you today. Loving you lots. Have a beautiful day. Reach out soon, and would love for you to tag me and share this on your socials. That would be amazing. If something landed for you that you got a little aha, send me a DM or tag me on your stories. I would love to connect. So have a beautiful rest of your day, everybody. Ta-ta for now. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you really enjoyed this episode and got a lot out of it. Please let me know what landed for you by taking a screenshot and sharing your takeaways on your Instagram stories. Make sure to tag me at I am Megan Nolan for a shout out in future episodes. And don't forget to grab all the goodies that we mentioned during the episode because you're gonna love them. So all the links are in the show notes. So until next time, cheers to you living on purpose every day.